Well, here we go again, folks. Name here is George Miller, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. We're here every day, 10 o'clock Pacific time. I'm literally located over here in North Seattle area. And what do we talk about? Well, we talk about it. You bring the it factor in and we'll talk about it. But essentially, what we do is we get to be friendly with each other. Kind of unusual, huh? Just like it's very unusual to have an avatar be talking to a human out here in a atmosphere of, in my case, I'm in the virtual world on Breathe Resort, and we're in a different location. Have you been to Breathe Resort before? One of the first things that I need to do is help you get inside here with me so we can talk. Essentially, you go to my avatar's name is GM Interactive, right? GM Interactive. And um, on GM Interactive, you'll see us playing there now anyway, because we're live. But depending on when you actually get there, you might see the last show. Stays on that front page until I create another one the next day. Every day. You'll see not only the show takes place at a video, but underneath that, here, let's see. Yeah, I can show you that. Underneath that picture right there. Now, I don't want to play this. That's how you would start it right there. But this blue button, that's how I actually got in here today. You click that blue button, it brings you into a studio. Doesn't necessarily bring you into world. It brings you into a studio wherever I'm at the time. And it's my eyes that you're looking at. You push that button and it will let you come in. It actually stops by a login page, and you print out what you want your name to be. You're not registering for anything. It just happens to be a readout underneath the avatar. Not an avatar, but underneath your picture on your video. If you don't want to have video, there's actually that takes place to where you can turn your video off and be in here just with audio. And all of that would be okay too. I'll be listening. I can tell. I got a little doorbell, if you will, when you come in to visit. But meanwhile, until you come in, and you're welcome to come in right now, we want the actual talking to take place. And meanwhile, I have a way that I can keep the interest, hopefully, hopefully, by using my avatar instead of me just coming in um, with my picture and talking. You see that funny face. But come on in, gminteractive.com. GM Interactive. Let's see if I can actually have that. Do I have? Yeah, there you go. gminteractive.com. And like I say, I just showed you on the bottom of the screen that you can start playing it if you want, because that's what you're going to hear. You won't need to go, let's say you found this on YouTube, turn all that volume down or maybe even leave the page and come over to gminteractive.com. You'll actually have your video there to watch if you want, or if you click that blue button, it takes you into a studio, and I have this playing for you in that studio, so you won't need your audio from even when you're watching it on our website. So there's no conflict. Turn the sound down, I guess is what I'm getting at. So we won't be doubling and all that kind of stuff. When you're on the studio, it's really nice audio. That's why I lean to the studio all the time. Here at Breathe Resort, our staff that's running around, people that like to help out, we consider them our staff. They know our purpose. We talk to them specially ahead of time, see what's going on, and create a purpose for our Breathe Resort itself. And the purpose is for you to come in, feel comfortable with yourself enough to not only have fun, but perhaps find yourself a secluded area so you can talk to yourself. The subject today, when you come on in, I want to know, let's talk about love. The word love, what does that mean to you? How many different ways? Can we even count them? I don't think we can count them. There's that many ways that you can have love for somebody. Love for your neighbors because they're quiet. If you live in an apartment building, love for your neighbors because, woo, they just reminded you it's dinner time. Because you could smell maybe the food that they're cooking. But there's different types of love, isn't it? How strong is your love? Does it change every day? So we don't have anybody in here that I can actually discuss that with. I'll talk to myself, my higher self, if you will, and be able to maybe answer some of these questions about love. I think love is a special thing. I want to tell you guys that I fall in love every day, not only with something new, but to maybe fall deeper in love with whatever it is I'm thinking about. That changes, from day to day. Respect on love, the feeling that you can get when your heart is breaking, the deepness that you can get when you go into maybe a meditation and be able to think to yourself and your higher self is with you and you're talking about love with people, with yourself, the respect you have for them. Do you need to know? That's another question. Do you need to know the person deeply before you fall in love with them? I love that idea. You guys getting the point? There's no stopping to what you're loving during the day. How deep you get into love, how you really get into love, into a meditation. Be still, create your own thoughts and your own peace. I had someone come by the other day and she was talking about some of the things that she does. She's starting to write a book. Now, I don't come up with names. If they come in and want to talk about it and so forth, they can. But um, I don't need to bring up names. She came into the resort here And she says, I'm writing a book. I said, a book? Because, I got so many ideas. My ideas come right off the top of my head all the time. I can sit here and talk to you for days, other than when I fall asleep, right? Or maybe until I fall asleep, or maybe as I'm falling asleep. That's not the point. The point is there's many ways you can love. But anyway, she came in, back to my story with her, and she says, there are times I like to just sit and be with myself and be able to concentrate on what I want to write. And some of the subjects that she's talking about, that she's writing about, comes off the top of her head as she's writing. So when she is still, when she sits down somewhere, relax so she doesn't have to worry about balance or falling or just whatever relaxes you. And in her case, she likes to sit down in her favorite chair or maybe even on the ground. I made these benches up a long time ago, and she says, "Do you have any place on Breathe Resort where you can just come sit down, relax, be next to the water, be able to maybe watch a bird fly by every once in a while, get into nature?" And I said, "Sure, we have plenty of 'em." And we do have plenty of many. And you get to create your own when you're here, meaning find that place. We want you to find the place. Yeah, I can show you where they're at, and I don't mind doing that. I love doing that. Showing you why we maybe made this place. If you've been to Breathe Resort before. So anyway, back to the story. Sorry. When you've been to Breathe Resort and you're looking around at what's behind me now and so forth, can you tell where I'm at? Now, I purposely haven't moved yet, or moved my eyes, but if I back up, you'll know exactly where I'm at, if you've been here, you know. But you might have passed by this place because it's not generally right on the path what you're trying to accomplish. As humans, because we have all of our, even our avatars in world are driven by a human. Perhaps that human can't walk like they used to, lost a limb. Perhaps that human going into feelings again, right? Mm. Is upset with something, fell out of love, considering a new love. So you come and you sit down. And she says, "I like water." So let me back this up here a little bit. Does this ring a bell to you guys? See the stairways? Not too many people actually walk down here. I don't know if I've actually seen an avatar in this area where I'm at, sitting down in this particular seat. There's 5 seats here. I got them checkerboard colored so you can tell, aha, you can bring a group down if you want. And there's some water over there, but what I want to do is look forward here. Does that ring a bell yet? I backed up a little bit. Does that ring a bell with the trees? Those trees change colors during the year, just like normal. I do it for how pretty it looks for me, where I want to be at the time with them colors. Maybe take a picture. If I'm back like this, I'm lonely, right? Maybe. Or maybe I took a picture because, wow, that really impressed me. I like that. And if you look real close, that waterfall there, if you were in a boat, you can actually go behind that waterfall. It's not as big as our main one, but look it, I'll back up. There, now can you tell where I'm at? 15 minutes into the program, folks. You see there at the bottom, www.gminteractive.com. And underneath that window that's showing the program right now, there's a blue button. It says Breed Resort Live Studio. That'll bring you in here to a studio with your microphone and your video. Now, obviously, it wouldn't do you any good to come on in if you didn't have a video or a mic, but you can come in and work on your audio, for instance, if you're got your video going. Or you can come in without the video and work on your audio. Or your either way, that's what I'm saying. So come on and do that. I'll acknowledge you. I've been listening for you all the time. I'll keep that on the screen. I did that last time, but I'll keep that on the screen. Underneath it is that's the radar. So if someone comes on, I actually have my avatar and everything is all on this window over here. That's why you see my mouse. And I can move around here. I'm clear down in here. Let's say I didn't want to be that close. Okay. Or without a boat right now. Well, let's see. Where's there a boat? Closest boat from here is what? Going right around this edge here. This is where we're watching movies. That's why we have these pillows here on the ground. And then all those chairs or seats up there where we come and we watch the movie. We have a movie that takes place on that screen there through Lone Wolf, right? Vision program. Oh, I'm so low. I'm down so close to the water. I go in the water. Okay, but there's Wolf Vision. So we're all watching the same thing at the same time. You don't have to come in and actually everybody try to. It used to be people come on in and they want to watch a movie, but trying to get synced up into that movie. It's nice if you're the only one, but when you have a group of people, you kind of want to watch it all at the same time. We actually leave the audio so you can talk to somebody about it until it gets out of hand. Anyway, right? So anyway, that's Wolves for our movie. But what was I running for? A boat around the corner. Even looking across the water there, it's one of my new boats. It's an old new boat, but it actually works. We have one over in the Pirates area. See, here's another chair. I'm trying to just go around here to get a boat. There's our boat, or at least one boat. See if there's another one there. Yeah, there's another one back there. See, look at it. And you could take that boat behind. Okay, well, let me see here. Since we're over and running around the corner, I was going to show you a different view of the same waterfall. So now you really know where we're at, right? chakra area in that building. And this is the outside, what we call the outdoors music venue. Video venue, I guess we call it too at times, because we can be dancing here. We could be dancing right here and be watching a video. Or maybe even sitting down at a chair and watching a video, right? And with a group of people. And then, or not even talking. We would not have the dancing take place if we're watching a movie. But let's say we can put a concert on there. And we can listen to the concert while we're dancing and enjoying a tribute to somebody. Or we had a band that loves to have a tribute to someone that has passed recently, you know, in real life, with real singers in the Avatar world. We have actual bands that do that, groups of people that make that happen. They can actually maybe even film ahead of time, and we can film it like that, and they can actually be dancing with us as they're on there. Or perhaps wherever we set up, we have areas right in here, right? Maybe we can set the band up over here and they can be playing live and you can actually see them up there and you're dancing in here. So there's all kinds of possibilities of really what's taking place. Yeah, we have lots of ways to look at waterfalls. Since we were down close and by the water, there's your trees, right? Let's say I wanted to get up here and we did it right here. I don't have, I actually hear the water from here. So, but I don't hear it on the video. So I'll have to check into that. Try to get some audio on the water a little better while you're on the benches. That's what I do, is kind of sharpen up your experience here at Breathe Resort. Let's say I didn't like them trees in my ways. So I'm going to go over here and I'll sit like this, right? Just click it and sit down. Move into however you want to have your eyes, right? We even have, let's see, there's another one right up here. Let's say I want to get farther away, a little higher, different angle. Double click works, right? Even though I'm sitting down there, way down there. I double click over here and then maybe sit down over like this. And then maybe get in here like this. But that's all up to you, right? Now I gave you a little area, another area, another place that you can spend time with yourself. Okay. Where is it? The closest one to here would be go through there, get on another seat. I got these seats everywhere, right? Now, how about the waterfall? Let's say I'm going to sit down in this seat and the waterfall's in front of you going down to the ground. You're watching the top of the water, maybe for a picture, maybe for your story in your book, maybe just to relax so you can get your vision going. on writing your story, falling in love with what you're finding. Back to our topic word. When Diana and I were creating Breathe Resort, we went through a lot of this. Be surprised how long it took us to make it happen. This has been 10 years into it from here. We had to start over a lot of different times. In fact, this is almost the last area you'll see on some of our pictures on the internet, to where this whole area is still just an island and not actually prepared to walk through. How about if I wanted to double click and go down here, for instance, on a different view, get my eyes down here, where I got the view of Big Blue and I'm closer to our studio on the Space Needle. We're on the 3rd floor. If you ever wanted to watch our program when I'm up there, I'm on the 3rd floor of that Space Needle. A lot of times starting it off anyway. And of course your eyes can go anywhere. Look at how, I guess I can go into here like this and just look at the different things I have. So I guess our subject today is love and the waterfalls. Loving the different waterfalls. And the trees, color of the trees. Going for walks. Let's see here. If we go for a walk, and I am remembering, and I have a visual. I have 3 screens in front of me, so I am waiting for people to come on in. Let's talk about what you like to do for fun. What you think love is to you, or a couple of stories about love. We can hold a lot of people in here, a lot more than it says that I have 10 people, but we can rotate people around if they're paying attention. It's just a single button away to come on in. Or rotate around, be friendly with people, communicate with them, make that happen. Look here's a tent, because that's our tent area. We want to walk around. Let's see. Since I'm right here, why don't I just go over here and double click on the ground, right? When you get in World and double click doesn't work for you, there's a way you can turn that off and on. Available and not available, put it that way. But there's a tent, yeah. People like to camp, you got your own little area. Let's look up even. Oh, here's one. Here's another tent. Okay. There's ways you can sit around, make a campfire, and all that kind of stuff. With here underneath the stairways. A lot of places to sit down. This up here, you can actually watch a movie if you wanted to. These are all ideas coming from my head now. Oh, that's right. We did this, we did that. So everything's on an angle. If I go all the way to the top, this is kind of the top platform, if you will. If I go up here, I don't see Big Blue exactly, but we know it's over there. That's all the blue that we see. Set up that you can actually be doing something over here and not necessarily think about it. Look at that. You can even see the Welcome Center from here. A little turnaround. Or the bridge, this bridge, right? Before I get too far away, we had this rock sitting here forever. We're going, how can we make something up on that rock to actually watch the movie from? Because of our double click, in World, we can do many different things. Come on in. We want to hear from you, from the people out here. This is supposed to be a discussion with other people. Or perhaps you don't even have to come in with a video, come in with the audio. On the way in the door, you can turn off your video and come in with audio so you can share with me, talk with me about what you would like to have happen at Breathe Resort. Right? I'm open to discuss with you what you like to do. Anyway, what we wanted to do is a lot of different things. And we come up with something all the time. We'd always come up with different things. You can come down and dance. And this right here is a platform. I put these up here. I had chairs up here at one time, rotated things around, thinking, oh, what's best? Sitting at a table and so forth. But let me show you what happens. I'm going to get up here. Look at how big my avatar is, see? And yes, I can walk right off that platform and I'll fall to the ground. It's not going to hurt, but I can fall to the ground. So you got to watch yourself when you're up here. Double click when you get up. And let's say you're looking at the movie over here. Oh, wait a minute. How can I see that movie very good? And we did not want your avatar to, just start walking off the end while you're watching a movie. So we wanted you to be in a position where you're safe. So you click on any one of these and it's a sit down pillow. And the reason we have that sitting down is because it's get down low enough to see the screen kind of as you're arranging it, right? But as soon as you get somewhere, I showed you how this works, right? You see my hand? If you push your Alt, that hand turns into a plus. You can pull yourself around and change your view, whatever you're doing. So even though I'm sitting down right here, up here, right? I'm sitting right there. My eyes can push back, turn around, get it all lined up, and I can be watching the movie. During the movie, when this is on here, if you click this plus right here, that's zooming in. It's made on the controls of the TV itself, right? I'm not going to start a movie up, but right here, you click on that and it will go full screen for you. Oh, it tried to start one. Well, we don't want that. So, okay, this is me. That's how I have to. It's not existed, right? In other words, you gotta. It's a process. But I wanted to show you that button. Home is whatever I had set up last time for a movie. So if you were in here by yourself, you would click home and see whatever I had. Now, it might not be live. Yeah, because I don't have it running. I actually load up and feed that channel with what we want to watch. And this button down here, the second button over, first one is your music. Okay. And we don't want music right now, but the second one is your video, all your video. So if I wanted to turn this off, I literally just turn off my media and we're back to the default right here, wait for it to start over again. Okay. And I can go like this just to get the screen so it's not performing all the time. Okay. That's how that is. I'm sitting right here. And standing up, of course, double click, right? I'm standing. There's Big Blue. You can see it a little bit. And there's more tents. That's our tent area. Our tent area is just on the mountainside behind the chakra area. This is chakra down here. Okay. And of course, with double click, I can go down to that tent area and walk myself over to, wow, I can be on a tent. Can I listen over there to Big Blue when they're live, you think? Well, if you're smart, you can. You can, because I have my ears where my eyes are. So if I went over here like this and watched them dance, I'm listening to the music. Things you can do in a virtual world. It's amazing if you just realize you can do that. Making things happen for you. Loving the idea that the communication factor opens up when you know more. How do you get over there without flying? Let's say you don't like to fly and you like to you can walk around though. And you looked around. Oh, there's a stairway. Okay. We can walk over here. Okay. This is a stairway going down to the chakra area. So if you were down there and wanted to walk up or fly up, maybe I can show you that before the hour's up. We only have 20 more minutes on the program, top of the hour, right? Whatever it is in your area. I guess I forgot to ask or tell you that. Anyway, the top of the hour is the off time in 1 hour, right? Or in 20 minutes. But the show's about an hour long. I'm going to try to keep it a little under an hour each time. But you can take this down. Okay. We're all little kids when we get in here. Look at this. I even have a swing. Relax. Sit by the water. Connecting my stories. You could write a book sitting on a swing. How's that? Relaxing in a nice warm studio of your own, your computer. Or maybe even on a phone, you can come in here on a phone nowadays. And I don't know if that was a misspoke or not. The phones are going to be able to come into a Firestorm program and come into world where you can walk around. Look at how I found a bridge, right? You'll get used to this bridge too. It's kind of leading you around. You can tell what you need to do if you wanted to walk around. Can you imagine when we were thinking about this? We had yeses and nos. Wow, that bridge is going to be too big. It's going to get in the way of looking around. It's not going to look good in the future, Doesn't look so bad after all. It serves a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. Ideas. My purpose today, even when someone doesn't show up, anybody doesn't show up, right? I'm not blaming anybody. You all are busy doing different things. You're going to see I have enough faith in myself to help you understand that it's okay because they don't even know about what's going on yet. Once they do, it pops in. I've done this before. It's not hard to understand that people love to be inspired by someone that they can have faith and come in here knowing that I'm going to be here every day at 10 o'clock. So what am I showing you now? What are you learning now? Whether you want to down the road be an avatar or not, you're learning that I'm steady. I have a way that I can make this stuff happen for you. Teach you how to walk, how to turn corners, how to get dressed, change your clothes, how to deal with other people, how to talk about your story. Maybe your story today could be about love, give you ideas on what we're going to talk about. So you don't have to put up with the stress of the world. Conveniently, even when this is only our what? Our fourth show? Yeah, when you're looking up at the top and you go above the scene here, you can see the name of the show. Let's talk about it. 004 means it's the fourth show. Even on the fourth show, without being an avatar, just watching from the distance, maybe the monitors out here realize, well, wait a minute, they're not talking at YouTube either. Because you can talk at YouTube and I can actually see that coming in. Okay, jiminteractive.com. We're actually on Wolf Territories, right? Grid. This is an address if you were out on any of the open sims. Remember, SL does not leave SL, Second Life, but all the other grids leave and are connected to each other with them type of that's an address. If you were on any grid right now, that is the address that you would use and you'd pop into our Breathe Resort. And then I would, on that white screen, see your name. If you use your radar at all, once you get here, let it res. We have a big area. Didn't we show that to the other day, right? Look at how big it is. We have a big area. All this is one. There's no borders after it reses. So it might take time to have it res. It's not like it's a quick one sim or a 2x2. 2x2s are really handy if you have only the club set up. It's a lot quicker for people to come on in and say, oh, okay, let's make it happen. So it does have patience. You got to have patience. With this type of sim here, you have to have a region because there's 64 sims. And there's a lot on each sim to make this happen. So with 64 sims, you got a lot to res. Okay, here's my little portable studio here, right? If you have any type of talent, singing, telling jokes, any of that type of stuff, This is open for you if you want to bring a group in here, make it happen. It's not going to cost you anything. It's already built. What we have to watch out for is the singers singing cover songs without permission. But you're in here strumming and you're practicing and you're doing different things, they can tell that you're not very good at it. You're singing off key. You have love in your heart. And you're doing your best. That's a different story. You're not trying to outperform somebody. You're not making money on their song. Common sense, folks. Because we come in every day, I'll have a topic like this. We have 10 more minutes left for someone to come on in, if you care to. It's kind of like I'm doing this for the first time. Let's say there are other avatars out here that actually have these same programs, and they have singers, and they have different ways that they are creating that club to survive on activity coming in and that type of thing. What can they learn by this video? They can learn that if I'm doing it, they can do it. And can they do it their way? Sure, they don't have to do anything like I have going. But if I show them all the different things that you can do, and they're handling on their club, perhaps they'll have a media department down the road, right? Perhaps you'll see, I mean, who knows what the world's going to do for you. There's my sunset. Love my sunset. I stop my time just because I love that sunset. How it looks to me when I come in here and dream. And look around, share with people what I know, comfort them from what I know how to. Back them up when it's needed, not forcing them to do things. Come in there on your own. Create your own atmosphere. We have houses. Relax. You don't mind if I can share that house. We have 4 houses behind Big Blue here. If I can share these with everybody and anybody that wants to come in here to sit down with a group of people or maybe by themselves. Maybe you want to write your book from that. Sit up on a balcony. Where's there a good balcony in a waterfall? See, I'm finding. I'm looking for you guys. Um, balcony. That balcony faces the wrong way. But this balcony would work. Right? Let's look at this house. This might work for you. See the water over there? And I'm talking about just using the house while you're here, while you're instead of sitting on a bench outside. Perhaps it's raining in your area. It won't rain here. I'm not going to have it rain. You notice we have good weather all the time. Rain is good, though. Water is good. You need water to make things happen. But let's say I was over here, right? Ah, There's water. Or we use this up here because I know I know where we're at, right? We built it. But let's say I'm over here. Where's this water? This water is this up here. And let's go over here and maybe sit on these benches. This is a little kid's playground. This is overlooking our whole area. The surfers. If I wanted to take a picture, I'd have my camera out here. Look at this. This is our biggest waterfall. It's so big, I forgot where I was at. I think I'm up here somewhere. Yeah. Stretch your mind a little bit, folks. Make it happen for you. I don't want to give you all my secrets. I have secrets too, guys. And I know it's not good to have, quote, negative secrets. Is a dream a secret? It's an intention, though, right? So when you dream about bad things, it's not good. It's not good for your mind, let alone your situation in life. But you dream about stuff, you learn to grow, not only grow in knowledge, but grow in happiness. You love a little deeper. We can make that happen. Do you think that you could be on this show? Just your little area talking about maybe your dream? You don't have to come in here and actually have a story every day like I do. Each and every day, whatever happens, right? Telling you little stories as I'm jumping around, I'm telling you little stories. It's all coming from the top of my head. Should have seen us how and we actually made trees. Look at this down here. Should have seen how this came kind of after we had, the bridges are up and so on. But this corner used to be a slide when it went around and around and you'd fall in the water, for fun. Then you'd crawl up, go up the ladder or hit the TP spot at the bottom. You go up a tower, up to the slide again to go around and around and fall in. Well, that stopped working on one of my past grids before I knew how to perhaps have a different generator generating how to do things, right? How to run that script or not run the script scripted for a certain engine to make happen for you. And not quite tuned into the grid owner's situation, not having an idea how to switch it myself. So I lost interest in that slide. But what we did over here is we put this like this, and then it turned out we just kept every day, kept coming over to this and wondering, how can I have this happen? So nowadays, I haven't been on a horse ride with you and I could share that, but by now, even on only the fourth show, I don't like running into things. So I have a lot of my stuff is phantom. Meaning this flower I can just walk right through. Sometimes you can't even see me because I'm deep inside the flower, right? Right? The horses over here, the horses in the water, without drowning them, I have a shelf of land relatively this deep. It changes a little bit. So you can ride your horse around the shores of all of our land. All of our land. Every land we have that has water in it. You go up to that land and you can ride your horse. Wherever we have that happening, the horses love it. They don't even mind after a while. They get used to the water themselves and they can actually walk right through this. Like they'll walk down here. Look at these guys. We're going to learn. We're going to see 3 more minutes left. Anyway, see how it doesn't end, folks? I have this set up to where if you did fall off in the land or whatever, you walk yourself out if you want. Just walk yourself out. This time I walked all the way across. Right? There's a horse. That one's not rideable. He likes to drink water. Making it happen for him. School. There's our schoolyard. I got about 3 more minutes. I can do this. Let's jump over to the school. So I'm going to go over here with my eyes, right? I'm going to come to the front door and I'm going to double click. And there I am. Open the doors and walk in. Now, these are different school desks than you've ever had before. What do you think those are? Hard to believe, huh? They're TV. Because each person has a different idea on where they want to study that day, or as you're teaching something yourself, and you have different subjects. Set it up ahead of time so they just come in, sit down, they sit down on any of the chairs. There it is right there. My media down here is not on, but that's the media down here. If I was to just hit home, for instance, that turns this media on. Aha, see, it's on pause. It went to go get it. Right now, as a default, I have our website. Look at that. And that must be the thumbnail that they picked out. When you don't create your own thumbnail, they'll do it for you. So I'm just kind of leaving it go at that and seeing what type of thumbnail that they assign me on my videos, right? It's so crazy, guys. Can you move this around and go different places? Sure. Go in with your eyes like it was, something on your own computer. This does not let you leave that domain name, though. Like if I wanted to go like right here, our Wolf Territories grid is this black button right here on this side. And that, of course, goes to Breathe Resort, changes menu. That stays on. So if I clicked it, there's Breathe Resort. Breathe Resort. Breathe Resort. This is the Breathe Resort menu. Down the road, we can actually put our events on here. As long as it stays on our website, I can make that happen. But if I have us ahead of time, or if you type in, say you wanted to go to, let's go over here to the other menu. You wanted to go to music.
Why hello, you beautiful, amazing people, and welcome back to another reaction video. And today,
so we like to keep things happy. That's music. He's just going to talk about Timeless Soul, or next Timeless Soul. Wow, see, look at that. My mind went into Timeless Soul. I used to write Timeless Soul's website. My neighbor was part of Timeless Soul before he passed. But anyway, yeah. It's 11 o'clock. Let's leave this, right? And to turn off my TV, I would hit this media right here. Watch. Hit the media, it turns off. You're back. You shut everything down. Someone else can now come up and it will start at the beginning of the website and so forth. If you hit the home, that's our classroom. Yeah, I got a couple seats back here without the TVs. Just so I can remember where they're at and be able to do different things down the road. I'm already thinking, see, I'm going past it now. Anyway. Oh, and did you see what I just did? I don't like to run into things, right? Look at. You're not going to run into anything. Well, the desk. Even the teacher's I had to put it off to the side so I can keep track of watching what's happening. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, the schoolroom, right? Open the door. The schoolroom, I even have enough area to put a second schoolroom over here. If it gets busy, I'll do that. Change the trees around, create our world ready for expansion. Different things that are happening all the time. I'm going to go over here. We'll sign off in front of Big Blue. Need a chair for at home? These chairs are for free. Each one represents a different area. No link to go to any area, just represents them by video. Let's sit down over here. Spur of the moment. I appreciate everybody coming by today, listening to what's going on. Yes, we tried to help you out. We will be helping you out each and every day. Sometimes after the show, you might want to kind of, I don't know, think about what's going on. And hit that blue button anyway, even though you might be watching a show and it won't be live, you can hit the blue button, come into the studio, because I use that same blue button, that same studio when we're not live, to explain to people what our site is all about, but only when I'm online. And I have things to do and places to go today. So I am not going to stay online here. But that's the type of thing. You can catch me anytime our staff or if our staff comes in and they come in and they happen to be online while you have your questions, you can use that blue button. On the bottom of every page, there's another blue button. It means the same thing. It will take you to the Breathe Resort live studio. But again, my name is GM Interactive. I thank you for visiting Let's Talk About It today. We're here every day at 10 o'clock a.m. in the morning. I'm thinking of maybe during the day, not scheduled. It will just, so if you happen to be, you'd have to actually sign up on one of the 3 YouTube sites that I got going. Get that warning right from YouTube that we're going to go on the air and so forth. I think an hour ahead of time, it gives you a little warning of what's going on a scheduled situation. Or if it happens, it's going to tell you then too. You won't get a head schedule. And with that, we thank you for stopping by. Until tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the morning, let's talk about it.